Hey everybody. So thanks for staying flexible during these weird times that we're in. Obviously, this is not how anybody thought April was going to go exactly, but it's just where we're at. We all kind of need to roll with it and make the best of it. So I wanted to post this video just to kind of show you some things about the assignments that you're going to be working on for the next couple weeks, so that hopefully um, you can watch this video to answer any questions you might have, or at least to help you figure out what your questions might be that you can bring to one of our Zoom meetings, or that you can bring to my attention via text or email or whatever you choose. So the first thing to know here is that for English 2, our classes, um, everything's going to be posted on Google Classroom. I know if you have siblings that are at the high school as well, that they might be having some of their classes on Edmentum, or that even some of your classes, other than this one, might have some stuff on Edmentum. Um, Literally, it's just going to kind of depend on the teacher and the class and what they decide to do. And in our case, I decided that just kind of continuing with the direction we were going to go, kind of transitioning out of A Long Way Gone and into another novel, is a better choice and will feel less like busy work than something on Edmentum. So everything you should need will be posted on Google Classroom. For the first couple weeks, the two things that I'm going to have you looking at are basically the research project that we were going to do in class, kind of related to A Long Way Gone, and then your independent reading project. So as you can see here, the first thing you'll see on your classwork stream is something that says quarter 3 research paper, and then it's got some other stuff on it. It has a due date set of April 13th at 3 p.m. So that is basically not next Monday, but the week after. And basically, there'll be a couple other things added to it in stages, but everything is going to go through this portal right here. As it stands right now, you've got two things posted, one that's your own copy and one that you have editing access to. We're going to start just by opening up this assignment, and I'm just going to use period 2 as an example, but they should look the same if you're in 6th or 7th period. So hopefully you kind of remember from the map activity what everything was leading up to. Basically, what you're going to be asked to do, if you look at your directions here, is you're going to be asked to write an expository essay, something informational, that reports on a condition or conditions affecting children and adolescents in a country that you've chosen. The aim of your report is to heighten awareness of both the history and culture of the country, as well as the problems within this country amongst your peers, people in class. That being said, for some of these, you may find that when it says the countries that are currently exist in the country, it may be building awareness on things that have happened in that country within your lifetime. They may be kind of over or improving by now, but it's something that you want to make people aware of that is currently happening or has happened recently. It is going to be at least a 5-paragraph essay. That's how the outline is set up to be. You may end up going over that. You just want to make sure that you're breaking your paragraphs every 5 to 9 sentences. You do need to have 3 reputable sources that you use, at least 3. These sources may be videos or electronic articles, and Wikipedia is not considered a reputable source for this project. Now, that's not saying that you can't use Wikipedia at all, like especially when you're doing kind of your initial brainstorming. But it is saying we're just going to use this country because it's on your list as an example. When you're reading through here, to find the original source. So let's say there's something in this paragraph that we want to go back and quote. You'll see where it says 10 and 11. If you hit the footnote, it'll take you to basically Wikipedia's works cited page, which is their original source. So anything that you can find your way back to here is fair game. You just can't use Wikipedia itself. As you're going further forward, You've got a list of countries. Most of these were on your map activity, although I did add a few that we didn't end up getting to because of the closure. If for some reason you have an idea for a country and an issue you want to report on that is not on this list, just let me know what your idea is. And assuming it would be able to work into the basic prompt, I'll probably be totally okay with it. Once you've decided, once you've kind of gotten to the point where you know what you're doing, you've got a few different sections. Step one is just some basic brainstorming. It's basically trying to help you pick a country. So basically, what you want to do here is find 5 countries on this list. Let's say you're going to go, Myanmar, Somalia, so on and so forth. You're going to look up just briefly a quick piece of information about each country and throw it on your fact sheets. Basically, just kind of trying to help you dust off a few things and make a choice that you're not going to regret. When you get to step 2, that's where you actually pick your choice, and that's where you're going to use the other part of the portal. When you decided what you want to do, you're just going to open up this sheet. You should see your name already posted. And as you can see, a few people have already made their choices in second period. So literally, you're just going to go in here and you're going to put down your choice, and that should be it. The only reason you'd need to do anything else is if for some reason I left your name off, which is possible. In which case you can just add it at the bottom, or you can have me do it. Whatever ends up happening. When you're going further forward, basically this is meant to help you be your essay outline. So you want to have bullet point answers for each of the questions that's here. And then on your source column, you want to copy and paste the source. Don't forget, if you're using a school Chromebook, like you checked one out, that you will need to double tap to get Control and C and Control V to work, because that setting has not been unlocked. This is meant to be your first paragraph, step 3. Basically your intro paragraph, ending with your thesis statement, what appears to be the main problem that could affect or has recently affected children in the country. Then part C is broken up such that you can kind of separate it out into your body paragraphs. And it's, again, the same thing. You've got a bunch of sub-questions here that it's asking you, and you want to try to find an answer to as many of them as you can and list the sources. Now, if for some reason you can't find an answer to every single one of these questions, because I did try to make this an outline that would work for different countries with multiple issues, not just child soldiers, like a direct parallel with A Long Way Gone. Really, you don't necessarily have to answer all of them, as long as you get enough that you can write a well-developed 5 to 9 sentence paragraph. As you can see, first section and second section are kind of overlapping, just asking slightly different questions. Your next section is going to be kind of a paragraph where you talk a little bit about parallels that you can see with A Long Way Gone. Don't forget that you do need at least one quote. You need at least one quote from A Long Way Gone somewhere within your essay. And for most people, I would think it would probably be in this paragraph. Your conclusion paragraph here is going to basically be kind of an update on the current situation. And again, you've got some questions, some research questions here. Make sure that you list your source in parentheses or in the far right column. Once you've got this done, this is basically going to serve as your outline, and so this is when you start actually making it into an essay itself. I'll post some other instructions for you later on once more people are at this stage about a reminder of how to add it to the portal, since I don't have the template there for you as it stands right now, and how to get everything in MLA format. Also, if you scroll down, don't forget that you are going to need a works cited. There's a couple easy generation sources that are posted here for you. And don't forget that A Long Way Gone is going to be one of your sources as well. There's also an example, basically, of what everything is supposed to look like, kind of once it's formatted the right way, once you've gone as far as Citation Machine or EasyBib will let you go. For now, what I would encourage you to do, just to make things easy when you get to this step 4 stage, is anything that you are copying and pasting in this column, I'd also copy and paste it at the bottom. It'll save you some time at the end and make sure that you actually get all your sources put in. There will be some other instructions and supplementary videos for each of these stages as it follows, but I just kind of wanted to run you through the basics of what it is you need to do and where everything is. The only other thing I wanted to show you for now is that kind of the expectation in addition to this research paper, the expectation is that you're working on your independent reading project. So, couple things about that. First of all, note that the due date is changing for everybody on this. It was originally going to be April 17th. It is now pushed back to May 29th, which is a Friday, just to kind of allow people to do it at their own pace. And then just a reminder, you do need a book that is at least 200 pages, a book that you have not already read, a book that does not have a high profile Hollywood film version. And you need to choose from one of these 7 projects, and you need to pick one that you've not already picked from already. So I hope that this video is helpful for you in terms of kind of figuring out what it is that you need to do and where everything is. We will be having a quick Zoom check-in tomorrow, sometime during your class period, just to make sure that you've seen everything you need to and that everything is making sense to you. For now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay sane, and I will talk to you all soon.